No, I
That's what
didn't.
you
I
get.
didn't yet.
Okay, because it's like,
I-
I don't see it.
Yeah, neither did I.
A
I
little
did.
extra Patreon pre-show, folks.
I did. It just didn't recognize.
Oh, you had a Windows update too? Cool.
I ran that a couple days ago.
Oh, no. This will kill you, Rich, okay?
Hmm?
So last night at trivia,
What?
I got my board hooked up and plugged into their system at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mm-hmm.
And my microphone's working, but the music is not.
Hmm.
So the manager guy comes in and just resets their system. And then my music is playing, but my microphone is not working. So there is a space to plug in, an XLR boom into a thing, and it's labeled mic. And then over here on all their zones, you have to change the input to the mic input,
Mm-hmm.
which is what my board is. So when you change the input to mic, my microphone works. But if you change the input to auxiliary, my music plays. Everything is coming through a board, through one cable to the microphone input, but somehow it's splitting audio and microphone. And I could not for the life of me figure out how that was humanly possible.
Jeez Louise.
It was crazy. So I'm having to stand up and walk over and switch things over every time a song ends, and I go to play a song. It was great.
Had to do that before.
All right, yeah, it's good times. Let's make sure this is all right. Say something again.
Check. Hello.
Check.
Checkity check.
The sound is still low, but it's better. So okay, weird. Whatever. I'll take it.
We can project if necessary.
I can hear you fine, so I think it's gonna work fine. I'm gonna believe. Okay, click. Hey, there we are. I see us. Yay.
And look, we got an adorable kitty on the screen.
What the kitty?
Thanks, man.
You know you're pretty, right? It's like the camera's on. I gotta go lay down in front of it.
I'm ready for my close-up, huh?
Mr. DeMille. All right, y'all ready?
So
Yeah.
let's take bets of what timestamp before we see the cat's butthole.
She's not Nick. She doesn't like to stick her butt in the camera.
Oh,
most of the
okay.
time.
You say
This
that.
is
There's
Artemis.
a camera. There's a camera.
Yeah,
Not
this
like-
is Artemis.
Not like her mama and her OnlyFans. What?
Oh!
Bum, bum.
It's Carol the cat, and cat is in quotation marks.
Those aren't real. Nobody email us asking for Carol's
No,
OnlyFans.
don't ask for
Okay.
my OnlyFans. What are you into? Granny porn? Come on.
Oh, Lord.
Rule 34.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Full-size candy bars in this economy? GRD Sweekly. Boom.
Oh, that's
Hi, everybody.
right. We're gonna be having
It's
Halloween.
coming up.
Like
in the
you
time.
get snack
Before you
size
know
at
it.
this point. You get those little mini bites. One each. One
like,
Smartie
literally,
each, kids.
A week from tomorrow, literally.
Yep.
Yes.
Shoot, the economy's so bad. I'm gonna be getting some tin foil in a bag of little Hershey drops and wrapping them up like little kisses to give the kids.
You'll consider yourself lucky if you get a rock. Hi, everybody. Welcome to GRD's Weekly episode number. Thanks, Rich.
348.
That was visual, kids. The folks that are here tonight making it happen. The woman who gets along great with her folks. But there's the Flinsters.
This isn't a family, it's a prison.
Oh, God. Okay. The lady who is always stylish. It's Carol the cat.
Oh, Nehru jacket. This is from what? 1967?
The man who gets a little stressful during the season. This podcast is Rich Sickfried.
I'm fine. Just a little too much Halloween in here, huh?
And I'm the guy who knows what
Never.
he likes. I'm the wonderful Billy Flynn.
Oh, I'd like to remove all your skin and wear your skin over my own skin. But not in a creepy way.
What happened, Geeky, yo?
How is there any other way that's not creepy than that?
I can
Wow.
show you later if you like.
No, thank you.
Okay.
So this past weekend I was traveling. I was with my family up in Maryland with Mel. It was her birthday, yay! And yeah, that was fun. So I saw 20 minutes of like 5 different Disney movies. Toddlers be like, I want to watch the Jungle Book. One my nephew is like super into the original animated Jungle Book, which is pretty messed up in some places, but not as bad as like Peter Pan. It's aged all right. Man, those songs are still bops though. I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
the
Bare
Jungle Book-
necessities.
I want to be like you. Woo, woo.
yeah, that one. So it was fun, but yeah, and then yeah, Tangled is really disturbing at the beginning. I was like, oh, because like I mean the the mom, but whatever her name is, evil woman, like
Mhm.
steals the baby from her parents and raises her as her own, but is really mean about it and locks her in the tower. And yeah, my niece was like, "What is going on in this movie? Can we watch The Little Mermaid again?" So, um, yeah, lots of Disney movies. But then after we got the kids to sleep, we were looking for something to watch, and like my sister-in-law and my brother, like we don't are like Venn diagrams of TV shows that we like don't overlap very much. Like they're more into like true crime and reality shows and other stuff like there. And but anyway, so we were like looking for something that we would watch like while we were basically falling asleep because we were all exhausted. And we came across this documentary of the Jerry Springer show.
Oh
Oh
wow.
God.
And it was all about its like cultural impact and like but they have so many clips from the show except of course on their like super big screen, well it's not really that big compared to like the size TV that most everybody has nowadays,
Mhm.
but it was so pixelated because it was on TV in pan and scan in a square and it was
Yes.
small. So every clip they show is like super pixelated. I'm like, dang, we couldn't clean it up. But it's like you remember how controversial it was in some of the guests that they had on, but when you sort of see it as like a montage, you're like, damn. And honestly, if you really think about it, there are these like moments in time, right? Where like I don't think we as a people have been right since we lost Bowie and Prince, like basically back
Yeah,
to
I think
back,
they were
right?
our anchor beings.
That being said,
I seriously think David Bowie and Alan Rickman were our anchor beings, and
yes,
that's why this universe is off.
yes. But the Jerry Springer show, if you think about it, also was a harbinger of the decline of society. That was the first nail in the coffin where we highlighted and celebrated people. And when you in the documentary, and they're talking about like how they would them up in the room beforehand to go in hot and all of the sensationalizing, man, that show. Oh,
Hmm. It normalized between it and cops. It normalized it,
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, 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 hey.
Hmm?
Morton Downey Jr. paved that road. They just walked down
That's a good point.
it.
but they would
that's
pick the
true.
people up in limos, fly them out, get them like drunk off their asses the night before. So they're hungover, they're pissed, and then they like inflame them up to come in hot at each other. And it was just like everything that's
Hot.
wrong with society. What's her name from the Hunting Wives? Maybe the worst people on television, but that's
There.
because Jerry Springer's not on the air anymore. Because wow. And
Keep
the
in
one where they
mind,
had the KKK.
oh yeah.
Oh,
And keep in mind that Jerry Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati, and he
right.
was
And then a respected
fired.
journalist.
Yep, and he was fired because he paid for a prostitute with a check.
Yes.
He never used a check. And, and
Oh,
he,
the
he
olden days where politicians were fired for sex crimes.
Yeah, right.
and he danced with stars. So
Never going to be president now. Well,
Yeah.
sorry, Hamilton.
Well,
Well,
and keep in mind also the people that are so for cash full society versus a cashless society or Bitcoin are the ones that don't want to get caught for paying for prostitutes
Hmm.
or drugs.
yep.
Yeah, I know we probably don't have a whole lot of younger listeners, but ask your parents what a check is, kid.
It's an IOU from the bank saying you're good for it.
Yep.
Mm.
Except when you weren't.
Wow. Could you imagine a prostitute being like, "What the hell do you think I'm going to do with this, man?"
No, I want to
Anyway.
see where she pulls out the. Ends
Where you
That was
have to-
credit cards. That was credit
now
cards.
see the
It's
scene
like
I
a
want to
rubbing
see.
of it.
The scene I want to see is her giving the check to the pimp.
Wow.
Yo, did you
Girl,
get
what you
2
want?
forms of ID
Signing
on
it
this
over
thing?
to him.
Hey, he's good for it. He's good for it.
Flipping it over and signing it over to him.
Wow.
Do
Was
I
it?
make this out to you or Huggy Bear, honey?
Wow.
Ironically, my name is Cash.
From me to upgrade.
Hmm. So speaking of Mel's birthday, I think the last time that we had the show was about to go to Great Wolf Lodge, or have we been to Great Wolf Lodge since? Did we go to Great Wolf Lodge? I don't know. It's one of these like it's an indoor water park hotel like money grab where everything costs money from the parking to the basically the water and the I mean not really the water and the ice, but like
Just keep
it
handing you got to pay for cups to use
right,
to fill it
right.
up.
So it was fun. There was the best part is that they're old enough that they could kind of go off on their own, and there was an adult only 21 and up hot tub in the corner, and it was somehow miraculously even sort of quiet. I don't know how they did this like acoustic wise,
Yeah, I don't know how they
but
do that. Yeah.
it was delightful. But you would think, okay, so it was Mel and her two friends. You would think that three kids would be three times as loud and three times as messy, more like 30. I mean, they wow. I was like, oh, well, let's
Times
put
10.
on a movie. We'll sit down and watch a movie.
Haha.
No, they needed to dance and act out the movie. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It
you
was
guys have all
cool.
participated in Shadowcasts. I don't want to hear that.
They basically did a K-pop Demon Hunter shadow cast. Wow, yeah. But it was at like 11:30 at night. Anyway, yeah, I survived, but wow, yeah, that was something. And yeah. The other thing, I've been listening to Life of a Showgirl on repeat over and over and over again. Like I know all the words, and so does Mel at this point. But it's funny if you go to quote Taylor Swift to somebody who doesn't listen to Taylor Swift, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I used the metaphor like it was like eating out of the trash, which is from one of her songs, and it was like the person looks at me like, "What?" And I was like, she's basically equating like going back to your exes when you know that they're terrible people is like eating out of the trash, right? But when you make that reference without any context, yeah, it's I'm like, oh, okay, you haven't been listening.
They're
To
like,
this
"Are you a raccoon person?
Right. What do you mean?
Are you three
calling them
possums in a
trash?
trench coat?"
Are you calling them trash? No, but
Are you George from Seinfeld?
Timely reference, love
It's
it.
adjacent. It's trash adjacent.
And then as
Who's
far
on
as
top?
TV, we watched Only Murders. We're caught up on Only Murders in the Building. You got all caught up on your murders?
I'm not
Caught-
quite caught up, but I'm close to being caught up.
Yeah, I think I'm an episode or two down, but
Okay.
There's definitely a lot of like interconnectivity with the people, of course, which always kinds of happens. But you know, I won't say anything else, but I'll just say Ladies' Night is coming up.
Ladies' night.
Ladies'
And
Night.
and the feeling's right.
I love.
Oh, what a night.
I loved the historical episode of the Doorman
Ah,
Yes.
right.
and how nebulous time is apparently.
Mhm.
Because like I was like, is this the 50s during Prohibition? No, wait, no, hold on. He was
Right.
like in the job for 30, but he's like 7. So was he 40
must
when he
have been
first?
that.
What? But it's
not
just so
He has
good.
the Obi-Wan timing problem.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a hard 10
Right?
years on Tatooine.
definitely wibbly wobbly.
I mean, sand, you know.
There's two
Nobody
sons in
likes
the Arconia. It's weird. Bears beats down on you.
Chad Powers. We've been watching this.
Have you seen Chad
show.
Oh,
Powers?
not
Have you seen
yet.
Chad
It
Powers?
is on the list. I didn't realize it had started dropping.
Yes, there's been 5 episodes. So
5
far.
episodes
Oh,
so far.
wow.
and
Okay, I need to get
it
on
Quite
that.
is-
good.
Is it? It looks like it.
Quite good.
Carol will hate it
It's-
because she does not
is.
like Glenn Powell.
How do you
I'm
not
not
like
a-
Glenn Powell?
I'm not a huge fan. His eyes are too close together.
So whoa. So wait. You didn't watch Scream Queens?
Well, I did. I watched like the first season, but
He
I
was
don't remember
amazing
it.
in
He
Scream
was
Queens.
Chad
What are you talking
I'm
Radwell.
not saying he's
Chad
a
Radwell.
terrible. I know he's not a terrible actor, but I just don't get the whole. I mean, to me, he's very Army Hammer without the cannibalism.
Which is
Well, we
still
don't
not
see a lot
bad.
of his face in this
That's
show,
true.
which is funny.
It's just bland
because
white bread.
So
Mhm.
in this show, he's a quarterback in a big,
College
huge
football,
college
yeah.
game, and he in a big play as the quarterback runs the ball in, but drops it at the 1-yard line.
Because he's celebrating.
right,
he's
and
already
that's only the
celebrating.
beginning. That's only the beginning of his problems. Yeah.
So years later, he's going to get back into football, but he can't do it as him, so he has to become someone else, and that's Chad Powers.
So it's
So you
basically
don't really see him that much in the show.
so it's Mrs.
Chad Powers.
Doubtfire meets Necessary Roughness.
Kind of, in a way, in its own weird way.
Okay.
But
His-
it's
his-
funny, but it also has heart.
It
and
does.
He's
figure.
he's on a redemption arc. He's not.
It's the
there
Ted
yet,
Lasso
that's
of college
for sure.
football.
Oh, I don't know that I would go quite that far. No. Mm-mm, I would not go that far. But it's messed up, but it's funny, and it's just like how you can try so hard and but yet at the same time sabotage your own self and leading a double life and who. But his acting in this is pretty amazing, and there's a whole bunch of people in it, and it's just
And you'll
it's
never
super
believe what
fun.
God does to him.
Yep.
Yep.
I also started watching Bake Off, so I watched the first episode and then just the part of the second episode, and I got interrupted at soccer practice. But I'm already, of course, in love with everyone in this. Gosh, they always make it so much
Yeah.
harder. Even that first technical challenge with the little fancy fondants, I'm just like, and they barely even tell them what to put in it, and they're giving them like fake ingredients, and I'm like, come on, y'all, like these are home bakers.
Oh,
I don't
and
know,
fake
it's crazy.
ingredients? Oh, dick
Yeah.
move.
This one did. This one had like an extra ingredient that they didn't need.
Right. It had almond
Just to-
extract and it had ground almond, and you needed the almond
Yeah.
extract, but not the ground almond. And if you
Mm.
put the
Yeah.
ground almond in, it was going to alter the texture of the cake, and most all of them did.
And then it wouldn't be a fondant.
It would
Fondant.
not. It would not.
So,
It'd be a sad daunt.
but I still love
Yes.
it, and I love the cheesy interplay between the host
hosts?
and everything. It's just
Yeah, I love
so
Noel
fun.
Fielding.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, do you want to hear my favorite really bad dad joke right now?
Sure.
Okay. Well, where do you send a toddler? They get injured playing peekaboo.
Where?
The ICU.
oh, boo.
I'm getting a lot of leverage out of this one.
like
Everybody I
that.
know so far has been pretty
Alright.
tickled.
The
So you've done-
ICU. That's
Hold it.
fantastic.
So I get to do mine that you've already heard. So this is for you folks. Hey, why are LGBTQ people bad at telling jokes?
Why?
They can't keep a straight face. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all week.
Well, I'm sure that I have forgotten. Oh,
Really?
sorry, a book. No, I have a book. And then I'm sure I've forgotten something else. I'm saving it for you. I'm letting you have it because I can't think of what it is.
I don't know that I have anything that you and I have done together.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, then maybe I remember. I read a book. Noah Roberts' new. I mean, the one that she writes under the pseudonym, where it's like the near future cop procedural romance sci-fi book. But it was kind of interesting because the killer in this is an aspiring artist who's really not any good. But as he kills people, he poses them in the poses of like famous art, like Girl with a Pearl Earring or like the blue,
Oh, okay.
boy, and all of this stuff. And so it was just kind of like a, tracking it all down is always kind of cool, and solving it along with the heroine. And I mean, this is like the 60th some book in the series. It is like for the same characters to be in the same series.
Oh my
It's
God.
like the Doctor Who of this genre, but
Suck it, Encyclopedia Brown.
right.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty but it's a great series, and I mean it's one of those where
It's
it's like I
fantastic.
finished Smallville. This is one of these I can certainly stick with the series. And it's, I mean, of course it's formulaic to a certain extent, but like the characters also progress. You have people who first started out and they're dating and now they're married, and like all the different iterations. So anyway, if you like the books that she writes under the pseudonym JD Robb, you will like Framed in Death. And that has been my geeky week.
I'll go next.
I dare you.
Ouch. Move my cat out of my arm. Okay, so TV wise, I've just been catching up on shows. I finally finished the first season of Alien Earth, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. The idea of xenomorphs as pets doesn't really work for me, but I'm curious to see where they
works
go
so
in season
well.
2.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to
I
catch
am
up on
curious.
that.
I will continue to watch it. Like I said, I like it. I just don't love it like I thought I would. And then I am continuing the Red King, which is that British show that's kind of like the Wicker Man versus Wicker Man meets CSI. It's getting more Wicker Man now, so I'm liking it a little
Good.
bit more.
Good.
And then the Great British Bake Off, of course. I do want to shout out to one of the bakers who is a drag king. I think that's the first time, and
Yeah.
her stage name is Oliver Closeoff, which I
Great.
kind of love.
Great.
Oh, so good.
So shout out to that baker. That's really good.
Yeah.
Movie wise, I've had a pretty boring week, guys. Movie wise, I watched a movie called Rabbit Trap, which stars Dev Patel, which is why I stopped on it, because Dev Patel.
Right.
And it's a folk horror movie. It's actually pretty good. I didn't really like the ending, gave it 3 stars. That's a new one that came out this year. Then I watched The Children, which came out in 1980, which is
Oh
about
God.
bunch of kids that start killing people.
Hey, don't forget those fingernails.
The fingernails, yeah, you can tell they're evil by their black fingernails. They
have
all
black
turn
fingernails.
goth.
Yeah.
They go through like a cloud, a
goth
radioactive
preteens.
cloud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And then burn people with their hands. That was 2.5. It's just cheesy horror.
It's terrible.
It's terrible, but you can sit through
Hey,
it.
I know a show you should watch that
on. Then I watched The Deep, and you'll figure out why I watched The Deep here in a little bit, which I'd never seen before. 1977 Nick Nolte, Robert Shaw movie. 2.5. The underwater scenes are really pretty, but otherwise, it's kind of racist, kind of misogynist, and kind of boring.
Yeah.
So...
But you know why it got made, right?
Yeah, because Peter Benchley wrote it, and they bought the rights to what?
Her T-shirt.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that's one of the scenes that really kind of I almost turned it off. The only reason why I kept watching it was because of Robert Shaw. I have a thing for Robert Shaw, but the scene where because Louis Gossett Jr. is the bad guy, and he's a drug lord, and he's looking for this bottle of morphine, which is about this big. Okay, you see that?
That's a lot of morphine.
And he like strip searches Jacqueline Bisset.
Yes, he does.
Makes her take her shirt and bra off. I'm like, dude, the bottles. She's wearing skin tight white jeans, a bikini top, and a white overshirt. I'm like, she ain't hiding the bottle. If she's not walking funny, she isn't hiding the bottle.
Yeah, but he's gonna feel real stupid if she was.
Right? You gotta be certain.
You know, he's thorough.
That was one of the scenes where I almost turned it off, but I kept watching. It's the underwater scenes are pretty. And then I stumbled.
Morphine goes up the poop chute. Morphine comes out of the poop chute.
Then I stumbled across a movie called The Last Vampire on Earth. I fell asleep with Tubi on, and this was on when I woke up. And we will be doing this on Terrible Movies with Wonderful People on November 2nd, because this is like if Tommy Wiseau made Twilight. It's so bad.
That's fair. Yes.
I'm a monster. I'm scary. I'm sparkly. Oh, hi, Jacob.
This guy playing the vampire. I have dubbed him Mumble Vamp because he just talks like this the entire time. You can barely understand what he's saying the entire time.
You're just not cool, man. You're just not cool. That's
blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's a hoot. I have read 2 books. I read His Black Tongue, which is like a medieval possession tale, which was kind of fun. And then I kind of wanted to read some smut. So I picked up Plagued, which is if you can see the cover there, it's set in the bubonic plague era.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yes,
arguably the sexiest of all of us.
I read Plague Smut, written by Conway Titty.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not well.
Is it fun? Is it at least fun?
It's fun. It is fun.
Well, I mean, based on the cover, he wears protection. But
yes.
The bubonic plague. I can't wait to hear about your foray into leprosy porn later on.
I'm sure it's out there. I'll find it. And then finally,
Leperotica, I believe it's called. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh God!
Wow.
I treated myself on a completely different turn. I treated myself to a streaming service of Broadway streaming.
Ooh.
I've never considered myself a theater girly, but earlier this week I was scrolling through and literally like squealed at my cats. Oh my God, they have The Wiz! So maybe I am a theater.
I've been like that in convenience stores before and looking for something to put on Ritz crackers.
They have Rolos. Ooh.
But, so I watched
Rolos
The Wiz
on
live.
Ritz? Ew.
He likes weird shit. What can I say?
I mean, look.
I watched The Wiz live, which was really fun.
Yeah.
And then they just dropped one called The Shark is Broke.
Oh, God, I want to see that.
It's a 3-man play with Robert Shaw, Roy Scheider, and Richard Dreyfuss waiting to be called on set. They're on the set of the Orca. and they're waiting because the shark is broke.
The shark's broken. Shark's not working.
You
Shark's not
know?
working.
Yeah. And so they're just reminiscing about their careers and their life and, a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
written by Ian Shaw, who
Yes.
is Robert Shaw's son, and he plays Robert Shaw in the play. And
Yeah,
I
I
have
wanna
heard
see
that
this.
Richard Dreyfuss doesn't like this because he's kind of the comic relief, but Richard Dreyfuss doesn't like anything.
But he
so-
is the comic. He was the comic
He
relief in the
is. He's
movie.
the comic relief
That's
in the
who you
movie too.
are, dude.
So
I don't
that's,
need this crap. I was in Jaws. You're welcome,
But yeah,
anybody who
that-
remembers that SNL deep cut.
Yeah. I truly enjoyed that. That was actually really, really good.
That's cool.
And that's been my geeky sweep.
Woo.
Well, Slow Horses is still a fantastic show. Loving every episode of it. I Omit Me, Only Murders in the Building. Enjoying the hell out of that as well. Such a good show. Regularly, there is something that just hits me from that show, and I'm just like, oh my God. I don't remember if we had talked about it or not. The Peacemaker finale, if we had watched it before.
We
Not
have
there
not
yet,
watched it
but,
yet.
uh,
I'm
Yeah.
not quite there yet either.
Anybody who talks smack about it, they're wrong. Because they were either listening to other people or they aren't stopping and thinking about how things happen. Now,
A lot
when
of
you
people don't
guys
stop
watch
to
it,
think nowadays.
yep,
A lot
that
of
is
people
true.
don't do that. A lot of people don't.
Now, of course, haven't really watched a lot of scripted stuff.
Ooh.
Specifically because been enjoying a channel on YouTube called The Professor of Rock. If you haven't seen it,
Okay.
it is a really cool show. It's this, basically it's Matt Pinfield type dude that is far geekier, but definitely a music lover doing a show that should have been on MTV if they gave a crap about music anymore. It's homegrown show. It's put together really well. The guy he goes deep cuts into all kinds of songs, tracks, and stuff like that. And he'll even cover he'll pick a year and then do 20 minutes of what were the top songs, or he'll pick a theme and what were the top songs of that. So I highly recommend Professor of Rock. It is so much fun.
Yo, does he rap?
He does not.
Oh,
And neither is his television liquid.
Aw.
But let me tell you, it is such a fun reminiscing. It's just enjoyable. You will find stuff out you had no clue about, no idea. And and there's a lot of stuff where you'll be like, oh yeah, I totally forgot they did that song. And it is just such a good time. It is such a throwback to the old school days of content creation.
She ran
And
away.
yep. And aside from that, haven't really been doing a whole lot else. Just like I said, just kind of watching a lot of YouTube to try to take my mind off of, a third of the White House being destroyed. And
There you go. Ready? The people who were so upset about the Cracker Barrel logo changing have no problem with the White House being destroyed.
yes,
Yep.
yes. Now,
It's so weird.
now here's the thing.
Heritage.
I get there have been presidents who have remodeled because sometimes it needs it. No problem
Sure.
with that at all. The way he went about it is the bad thing, because anything that was historic in there was not able to be preserved. That's why he's a dick.
At all.
Anyway,
You
yeah.
said it was just a hallway, and I'm like, really? The First Lady's office was in the hallway? I didn't know that. How about
Yeah,
that?
you'll notice that he destroyed the area where visitors enter to
Yeah.
visit the White House and
Yeah.
where all of the first lady's offices were. So
The
just
people's
once again
house.
removing the American public and women.
Mhm.
Oh, snap. There it is.
In fairness, she has a much bigger office in Russia. But that has been my geeky sweep.
Wow. Okay. So, Crypto issue 4. This is just a delightful little comic. Crypto not really doing anything. Well, this time he does get to do something sort of superhero related, because a bunch of kids find him and another dog that started following him, and they apparently find a disconnected Brainiac probe sentient thing, and Crypto has to kick its ass. JLO Red, people find out that the secret mission that Red Tornado had sent them on, he sort of lied about it. So you got to figure out why he's lying. So that's going to be issue 3. We'll figure out why. DCKO is an anthology thing that I don't even remember what it was about. So it shows you what an impression it made on me. There's another new Batman comic. Shocker. No, really. The Batman Second Night. This one takes place, well, basically it's still the original Batman. It's Julie Madison. It's in the late 30s, early 40s. It's like, we're going back to that. Okay, well, let's see if you've got something interesting. Absolute Flash number 7. The Absolute series from DC, I'm finding to be very damn interesting. Every Absolute title has been a completely weird spin on characters you know and love, and it's just this weird, how is this all going to connect together, because at some point it is. Can't wait. As far as watching stuff, I finished Monster, the Ed Gein story. Wow, that was really good.
Okay, I have to watch that.
And I did not expect them to actually have him turn himself in and just be, in a psychiatric hospital thing for an episode or two. I wasn't expecting that. And it also reminded me that I kind of forgot exactly how long Ed Gein was actually alive.
Oh,
Because
he didn't start till late.
Right.
He was a late bloomer.
The FBI, there's this case they're working on, and they tried to talk to Ed Gein, a couple of years ago. Like, well, let's try it again now. And now, he's calm, he's more mellow, he's reflected, and now he talks to them. And basically, it's Ted Bundy. It's Ted Bundy, and he gives them information, and then he's watching the TV like a couple of weeks later, and they catch Ted Bundy, and he's like, "Oh, I did that! But if Ted Bundy was just caught like at a random traffic stop, so he had nothing to do with it. But I was like, wow, wait a minute, you were still alive with Ted Bundy. Wow. I've completely forgotten where you fit into the world. That's so crazy.
He's a lot like Picasso when you find out when he lived. It's like, what?
Oh yeah, I do what I want. It's what I do. On Netflix, I watched 4 seasons. They made a TV series out of the Alan Alda movie from back in the day.
I thought it was. I thought you were talking the movie.
It was, but this is like, I want to say it's like 8, maybe 10 episodes. Steve Carell, Tina Fey are in this.
That's right.
And if you know the movie, it's about couples, and every season basically they get together and they go somewhere. It's a comedy, it's a drama. There's all kinds of weird, crazy shit that happens, and if you ever saw the original, you'll appreciate this. They do make some changes to the overall story, but I was like, wow, this was funny. This had some light on it. This was good. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I watched a German show called Murder Mindfully.
Might as well.
So there's this guy who's a lawyer, and his wife is like, look, because basically, he's got clients. Basically, he's got scumbag, criminals that, he kind of looks out for and protects and blah, 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 blah. And so he's on the phone all the time, and his wife is basically, look, you're not here for us. You're not here for us. So he goes to see a therapist. And the therapist teaches him inner peace, calm, and how to relate to things. And because of this, he basically accidentally becomes a murderer. Because the big bad guy that he watches beats the shit out of and kills a guy in public in front of a school bus of children who all have phones.
Wow.
So the cops are looking for him, and he's like, okay, well, here's what we do. We got to get you out of town. We got to hide you, and blah, blah, blah. So he puts him in the trunk of his car. But the deal was he was supposed to go with his daughter for a weekend away to this little house near the lake. And so he basically drives him there, and when he gets out of the car, him and his daughter go inside, and he leaves the guy in the trunk. And he dies. Wow. And calamity ensues. It's pretty funny. It's pretty interesting, and it's not quite like anything you've seen.
Oh.
Yeah, so I watched a movie called Honey Don't.
Oh, I've heard of this.
It's on my list. Yeah, I did. I think the Coen brothers are just not good unless they're. Well, Tragedy of Macbeth was good.
But this is only one Coen brother.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying they're not really good unless they're working together.
And that's absolutely true, because this is an okay movie. Whatever. You've seen worse movies.
Is this Joel or Ethan?
I want to. It's Ethan. I think it's Ethan.
Because Tragedy of Macbeth was really good. And that was Ethan. But Drive Away Dolls was terrible. And that was Joel.
It was actually their other brother, Andy.
Oh, okay.
Or Daryl.
No, not that Daryl. The other Daryl.
The brother Daryl.
So this, it's a PI in a small town.
A timely reference.
Things happen, and it doesn't have that, like, that snap, the audio snap, the dialogue like you expect from a Coen Brothers movie. And eventually it was over, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So there's that. I watched another show. Wait for it. This is a Polish show called 1670. It is a mockumentary about people living in 1670. So much like The Office and other things, these people will stop and look into the camera and talk to you about their feelings and their thoughts and whatever. And you've got the guy who's there's these two rich guys in this village, and the one that we focus on, he has 49% of the village. The other guy has 51% of the village, and as his wife likes to say, his is bigger. But they look at life, our life and stuff now. There's a little bit of modernization to it. For instance, their son is engaged to this girl, and so they meet their parents for the first time, but they're from the city. So when he sees the dad from the city, the dad's walking around with a saber. He's like, so why do you have a saber? Oh, it's just, that's what people do now. It's just kind of in vogue. He's like, oh, in vogue. I have a saber. I have a saber to feed my family. I have a saber to fight in wars to protect my family. Dad, you've never used that saber before. Shut up. This is cultural appropriation. So it's pretty funny. Also, Netflix. Way to go, Netflix. Keeping things going. A fantastic show that I accidentally started watching because there's a bunch of people who started bad-mouthing and hating it. And I've watched the show Boots. And people hate the show Boots because it's set in like 1990. It's about a kid right out of high school who joins the Marines. But wait for it. He's gay.
Oh.
And so people were just, I was like, wait, what the hell? Okay, now I got to watch this. Now, it's the Marines, so it's not the same because I was in the Air Force. But as a military guy, a lot of this basic training shit is spot on. If you ever wanted to know what basic training was like, watch Boots. It's spot on. There are some things that literally are quoted from things drill sergeants said to me. Little things are changed, but it's an interesting show, and it's funny, and it also is a drama, and it goes deeper in places than you would expect. Currently, I am 2 episodes into a Chinese show because I watch shit from everywhere. What are you going to do? Mm-hmm. I'm watching a show called Mobius. No, there's no R in that. Mobius.
So no Mobin time?
This is a cop who not every day, but some days, is a time loop for him. And when it hits midnight, you get to go back for the day. But here's the kicker. It happens 5 times. So, for instance, when we see him and are introduced to him, there's a crime, and he knows about the crime because we're on day 3 of his loop. We come in halfway through his day. So it's very confusing for us. So for the past 2 days, he's been getting information about this crime, and he's there to try to stop it. It doesn't go the way he wants. He tries it again, but on the 5th try, hey, he finally gets that shit right. And it's lovely when we get the origin story. It happened to him in college. Just one night, him and some friends were drinking, playing video games. He's sitting out on the dock, falls into the water, and it hits midnight, and boom, he's back. But he remembers. He remembers what happens during the day. He does. So, same thing happens. So this time, on the 5th time, he had this thing where some guys came in and were like jerks to him and being dicks and punched him. So he decided on this 5th night, he's going to go in there and say shit to them and punch the guy in the face. And then, okay, guys, I'm going to leave. Here comes midnight. And nothing happens because it's the 5th day. And this is how he learns. It happens 5 times.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So he's a cop trying to make things better. Now, I did read a bit of the description. I have not seen this yet. But apparently he's going to meet somebody, a bad guy, who also has powers. And I don't know what those powers are because I haven't got there yet. But it's interesting. However...
Is it the power to move you?
You've got to be prepared. This show is not dubbed. So you will be reading this show as you watch.
Words are distracting.
We have subtitles on all the time. It's why our kid reads as well as she does. When she was young, small kid, we put subtitles on, and she learned shit.
The only time we turn it off now is sports because it blocks like half the screen.
Yes, sports for whatever reason. The subtitles are this big on your TV. It's ridiculous. It does not make the slightest bit of sense. But no, if you got some time, find your murder mindfully. Find 1670. It's weird. Boots is outstanding. 4 seasons is fun. You'll groove. It's good times. And that, my friends, has been my Geeky Week.
The wonderful Billy Flynn looks at what Chad and Abby are up to now. If you know what TV show they're on this week, you could win yourself a prize. It's your Further Adventures of Chad and Abby update.
Chad tells Abby that he wants to marry her, and it's not going to interfere with her career aspirations. Right. Stefan tries to impress Gabby, and the company's all abuzz with Marlena popping in. Hope and John prepare an evening rendezvous. Stefan tries to impress Sarah, because you gotta work somewhere. Marlena lets it be known that hiring Maggie for the campaign is a catastrophe. Marlena also warns Maggie if she goes public with her secret, there will be dire consequences. Victor overhears Jennifer on the phone with Bo and confronts Kate. Kate gets kidnapped and people try to care. Chad knows that these seem like old times. Abby is worried about everybody's hidden faces. Marlena gets a shock to the system. I mean, this place is crazy, but completely that scintillates. I mean, entire the Spangles, thoroughly all that coruscates. Hashtag Chabby forever.
Looks like you've got mail waiting.
Hey GRD, so is it cool or sad that my dad knew that Chad and Abby were on a show called Escape, and thus I am now eligible for a prize? Unless you were going to make him the person, but I don't know that he really likes anything that's geeky. I don't suppose you have an Escape lunchbox or something. Anyways, fingers crossed. That is from Malcolm. Well, Malcolm, you were right. Last time Chad and Abby were on Escape, and I don't know if Escape ever got a lunchbox, but we certainly don't have it. But we have other fun, fantastic things, and maybe you'll get it. That would be really cool, don't you think? And if you'd like to drop a note, why don't you? It's podcast at geekradiodaily.com, or of course the voicemail text message is done by
510 GRD Crew.
All right, so quick note about what's going on, kids. Tomorrow night, we're playing Jackbox as usual. However, you should know that tonight, this very night, a new Jackbox pack has been released. So tomorrow night, we're playing brand new Jackbox games that the world has never seen.
Oh, snap.
And you're going to want to be there for that. This Sunday, we're doing episode 3 of Dickie Didn't See It. And this time, Dickie did not see Event Horizon.
Oh.
But in fairness, most of our crew for this has not seen it. Only Drace and I have seen it. Jared and Breeze and Jovan, nobody has seen it. So this is most of the crew did not see it. So that's going to be interesting. Because yeah, that movie, wow, Event Horizon, that's something right there. Let me tell you. Next Thursday's Mario Kart, so come join us on other things until we see you again, which I'm sure at some point we will, because really that's just the kind of thing that we do.
Welcome to the Low Armor Cast, an actual play D&D podcast about 3 kids in a trench coat trying to solve a mystery. Except the trench coat is a full suit of armor.
So you're an idiot.
Or delusional.
Delusional, that's good to my apology. I shouldn't have leapt to stupidity.
No reason to be calling me names. I'm just explaining why I'm about to stab you.
Yeah, because you're morally bankrupt. We get it.
I will have you know that I'm chaotic good. Of fucking sports fans.
That's why you don't leave Merritt alone.
You basically just got stuck in a room with my dad.
You got stuck in the room with everyone's dads. LowArmorCast.com. Follow us and listen there, or any place podcasts are available. You can also follow us at The Low AC on social media, patreon.com/LowArmorCast. We will see you next time. Have a good day.
You got your finger raised.
Yes. Hello, Viv. Everybody say hello, Viv. She raided us with a whole bunch of people.
Oh, Viv is here. Hey, check this out. This is our return liner.
Hey, this is Dave Foley, and you're listening to Geek Radio Daily.
Huh? Right?
Hey,
How
Dave
great was that?
Foley.
That was fantastic. Welcome back to the show. The number you've already forgotten, but that's okay. A lot of people didn't know it in the first
348.
place.
I knew it.
Are you sure?
Hmm?
Well, that's because you put in the title.
That's the only reason why I know it.
You know, it helps. It helps me too, because that way I know what we're talking about.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
Geek News.
Just taking a look at the world from, yes, a geeky point of view.
A recent major downtime at Amazon Web Services, AWS, caused significant disruptions this week in the cloud-dependent smart home ecosystem. Basically, when connected, mattresses from 8 Sleep overheated or became stuck in upright positions, leaving users complaining of sleeping in a sauna. Of course, I wonder if Marilyn Manson will be the new spokesperson for those bands. At around the same time, a separate report alleged that AWS had replaced roughly 40% of its DevOps staff with AI automation just days before the outage. Although this claim remains unverified and the company did not confirm a causal link. Said stories written by AI together. The events highlight the growing risk of heavy reliance on cloud infrastructure and algorithm-driven operations. A single failure in the system can cascade into a real-world hardware glitch and raise questions about how much oversight remains when human staff are supplemented or supplanted by automation. Guys, it's not so much the robots that I'm worried about. It's more our large language model AI stuff that we're going to be putting before we get the sex robots.
Sex robot.
Sex robot.
Well, if you're worried about losing your streaming services to some hacker on New Year's Eve and missing the final episode of Stranger Things, do not worry. The 2-hour series finale will get a theatrical release after all. The climactic episode, titled The Right Side Up, will premiere on Netflix and in more than 350 movie theaters on December 31st, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and playing through January 1st, 2026. This appears to mark the first time an episode of a Netflix series will be exhibited theatrically. Details on the precise theaters will be announced at a later date, according to the announcement from Netflix. Creators Matt and Ross Duffer expressed interest in having the feature-length finale simultaneously premiere in theaters when it drops on the streamer on New Year's Eve. People don't get to experience how much time and effort is spent on sound and picture, and they're seeing it at a reduced quality, Matt said. More than that, it's about experiencing it at the same time with fans. That would be amazing, Ross said, because the fans would be there with other fans and experiencing it is a communal thing. It would be incredible. So get your little Barb cosplays ready and go see Netflix or go see Stranger Things in the theater. While one of Netflix's bedrock tenets have been putting its original content onto the streaming platform rather than into theaters, the company has exhibited its feature films theatrically on a case-by-case basis. Greta Gerwig negotiated an IMAX release with Company for her Narnia movie next year. Oh, great, another upswing in Turkish delight sales. And K-pop Demon Hunters had a box office for was at the box office for a special sing-along theatrical release, and the company announced the film will return to theaters, holding in 3 major chains: AMC, Regal, and Cinemark, for a Halloween re-release. So you can go sing along with K-pop Demon Hunters over Halloween.
Yay!
So there you go. So if you're worried, you can see Stranger Things in the theater.
Yeah, but there I gotta pay like $40 or something to watch it, and I'm already watching for free at home. Or do I get it in free since I'm a Netflix subscriber?
Are you kidding me? No, they'll charge you double the next year because you watch their stuff in 2 different places.
Well, and they'll send you tickets in the mail in a bright red envelope.
Oh, Lord.
And the problem is you have to return the stubs in the same envelope.
There you go. You see, kids, long ago,
Right?
used to get these things called discs in the mail.
That was great. We had a really good tag avalanche there. All of us.
Did you just make that up? I love a good portmanteau. Well, so I'm going to read my article, but it really is more of a visual. So you'll definitely want to check out.
Act it out.
Oh, the links. No, I don't think I will. But Back to the Future, for its makes you feel old 40th anniversary, is getting an anime manga artist makeover with Chibi Marty and a handsome Biff. So a variety of different 10 all-star artists, including Pokemon and Fate illustrators, share their take on the Hollywood classic for the anniversary celebration and upcoming, of course, merch collection. Though its original release precedes Japanese animation's global popularity boom by quite a bit, Back to the Future has a plot that worked very easily for an anime. Teenager with a good heart, strong sense of justice, goes on a sci-fi adventure, saves the day, etc., right? So there's a set of new Back to the Future illustrations. It's not necessarily a full manga set, but it's 10 pieces done in the style of different artists. So it is, let's take a look at them and see. the way the article is, you can sort of, guess, but it's Katsushi Hagawara, best known for his edgy dark fantasy manga Bastard. Also, there's one that gives a soft touch look to Marty and Jennifer, done by Pokemon card illustrator Naoki Saito. And then there is Otokuju creator Akira Miyashita, which is pretty cool. And they're all very different. I mean, like anime in the same way that they, kind of the big eyes and like the dramatic backgrounds and stuff, but they're really pretty cool. Masakazu Kazura, a Video Girl Eye, Shadow Lady and Eyes fame, did one. There's a really dramatic, like, very like looks like a watercolor painting with Raita Kazama, character designer for Xenoblade and Xenoblade X RPGs, Koji Inada, Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai. Let's see what else we have. Masanori Morita, creator of High School Delinquent fighting manga, Roku Denashi Blues, right? So there's a ton of cool ones. This one kind of looks like an American newspaper Sunday comic vibe. It's the work of Ryosuke Takeuchi from Fly Me to the Saitama and Tandi Saitama live action movies. And then there's one more, here we go, Handsome Biff as promised, as imagined by Ace3 artist Ryo Fujiwara. And then there's number 10, rounding out the list of contributors to this, is the Fate Grand Order character designer Lack. So the illustrations were just released on, of course, October 21st, marking the calendar date that Marty travels to in Back to the Future Part 2. They'll be part of a special 40th anniversary booth at this year's Tokyo Comic-Con, taking place from December 5th to 7th. If you randomly are super rich and want to just fly to Tokyo, or if we have listeners in Japan, arigato. Doc Brown actor Christopher Lloyd and a number of other cast members will be at the Tokyo Comic-Con signing autographs, and there'll be a special merch collection featuring this manga style artwork on sale. So, look at eBay in a few weeks after December, and you too may be able to own a piece of Back to the Future manga, which is pretty cool.
Okay, can we take a moment and give her a round of applause for what I think is actually pronouncing those names correctly?
Yeah,
it sounded right to me, man. It sounded right to me.
Damn fine job.
I appreciate that. A lot of times it is relatively phonetic, you have your consonants and your vowels. So hopefully I did all right with that. I did not realize I had set myself up for that when I found that article, but you know what? I just powered through.
See, that's the kind of story that Billy would have given to me back in the day.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, Rich, take this. Good luck with that. So speaking of Netflix, they've closed a deal for the exclusive global rights to the popular multiplayer board game, Catan. The plan is to develop live-action and animated films and a scripted TV series, as well as unscripted projects and video games based on Catan by Klaus Tuber. I mean, they did have options for other game properties, but they settled on Catan. This marks the first attempt at bringing this to the screen the fictional island of Catan, a place where settlers must navigate bountiful and varied landscapes, shifting alliances, limited resources, while robbers roam the land. This game blends strategy, resource, negotiation, and world building. It's a place where everybody is building a road. Anyone who has played Catan knows that the intense strategy at the core of the game has endless opportunities for some serious drama, said Jimmy Howe, head of scripted series, US and Canada Netflix. We're thrilled to partner across series, features, animations, and games to bring this world to life for hardcore settlers and new fans alike, meaning that they believe this series will be as close to the game as possible, which means although the entertainment lasts for a few hours, the grudges will last forever. Darren Kyman from the game's publisher Asmodee, Pete Finian from Catan Studios and Asmodee Studio, and Tuber's sons Guido Tuber and Benjamin Tuber will produce all projects under the deal alongside Roy Lee from Vertigo Entertainment, and they plan to have real-world tie-in events such as this Wood for Sheep campaign. Other game to screens that Netflix currently have, they've got, Arcane, Castlevania, Exploding Kittens, they've got the upcoming Assassin's Creed series, Clue, Monopoly, reality competition series, Magic the Gathering animated series, the Dungeons & Dragons live action series, Forgotten Realms, and the Gears of War film, but this project has a ton of fans who know how difficult this game truly is and how rewarding that final episode is going to be when they look over their accomplishments and say, "Wheat built this city on rocks and rolls." GRD is licensed.
Wow.
Under the Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Non-Derivative Works, United States, the last, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, stuff on the website, geekradiodaily.com. Hey, you Catalan fans, that was for you, man. That was for you. I get it. I know. It's not my thing, but I get it. I know going hardcore into something like this, I get your passion so much. It's good stuff. Drop us a note, won't you please? It's podcast at geekradiodaily.com. Of course, the voicemail, text message, just use the magic numbers of
510 GRD Craig.
And I did not look up the date for November. I have no idea. It's not in the same month, so I can't possibly do the math. But, you know, a sweet kind of thing is what we usually say.
It's the 6th.
Oh.
Remember, the 6th of November.
6th of November.
There it is.
Right now, I wish I could crawl in a hole and pull it in after me.
God, these guys are such geek dumbasses. I know.
Good night, suckers.
All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then. And you're so ugly. Oh, that ridiculous hair. That horrible mustache. Stupid glasses. You make me want to throw up.
All right, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben, for your thoughts. Thank you.
Jeez.
Oh. Look, kid, if you really have your heart set on doing this stupid music, maybe write more than one song.
Yeah, all the biggest musical acts have more than one song in their catalog.
That's very true. And also, get out in front of a live audience. Any audience, any stage, just get out there, build up your chops, and who knows? Maybe someday we'll talk again.
But don't count on it, because you truly suck.
Right. Okay, so, we done here?
No. No, we are not done here. I got one more question for you. Do you validate parking?
Oh, yeah, sure, Ben.
God, the Weird Al story was so good.
Such a good movie.
Oh, my goodness.
Such a good movie. But you know the fun thing about that?
Hmm?
That's actually a scene not in the movie.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
That's a bonus on the DVD. Hey, kids, remember DVDs?
Yeah, they used to come in the mail in red envelopes.
In red envelopes, yeah.
Digital versatile disc. Very nice. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Viv, thank you so much for the raid. We love you. We appreciate you.
Come play Jackbox with us tomorrow night. We got new Jackbox games to play.
Yeah. Jackbox.
New.
See you this week.
I'm going to push the stop streaming button now.
I dare you.
Well, wait. Hold on. Are the Jackbox games, those are on this channel or on